So today we've been kind of discussing, even in live streams, about a reef tank that we could do here in the next year or two. And obviously, there's no space, where I'm at right now. But in this next house, there'll definitely be room to put this somewhere. So this is why I'm gonna kind of plan it out, kind of now, and just to kind of discuss what I'm thinking. And I basically priced out every single thing I'd buy for this tank. So that's what I'm going to share today. And if you also want to, donate, it's down in the description so you can do all that. But other than that, we can start the video. So basically, I was thinking of doing like a cube, like maybe like a 45 cube, 40 cube, just something 30 to 50 gallon cube, just somewhere in there, and maybe do it all custom. But pricing it out, it really, I mean, it's going to be way more expensive, and at the same time, you can get something like this that's cheaper. Plus, it comes with a lot of stuff that's, you know, that you need, and it already has it here. So basically, what I'd plan to do is get the Reefer 250. I was thinking about the 170 because I think it's like a 30-gallon system, but might as well go a little bit bigger, do 54 gallons. I think that's a really good size. Um, so I'd probably get the black. The white does look nice when it comes to a reef tank, but really, I mean, $100 for some color. So I'd probably go with just the black, but I wouldn't mind getting the white. That's what I would want is the white, but either way, it's $1,300 for the actual tank itself. Um, I'd be a little shakiness because I'm holding the camera, but so my bad if you guys are getting a headache from watching. But you can see it comes with, you guys have probably seen these before, but sump at the bottom, some filter socks. It comes with all this piping, so it already comes as a kit to build together. You just have to buy with these reefers. Now the max ones come with all lights and everything. Well, these reefer ones, it's kind of more of an advanced kit, so you kind of have to buy the pumps, the lights. So it's basically more customizable. So you're not just getting a light you don't want. But there are the kits that will come with like high doors 26, and it's actually really good lights, but I'm kind of in a different direction when it comes to some other equipment. So we kind of pull up the list here. Let's put it over here. So we got the tank down. Next is lights. Now, to be honest, this is gonna be a reef tank, so I mean, you might as well just get the best lights possible out there. I mean, obviously there's way better, but it just gets outrageous money. The best, I guess, pretty expensive, but still, affordable range is the Radeon G4s. They're the pro versions. They're they're about $100 more, but they're a lot better. They have more spectrum. Um, and I only put one, and that's why I got the pro, because I think one will work for this tank. I mean, at first, if it was a 34 gallon, of the 30-gallon system, yeah, one of these would probably work. I don't know about this one needing two of them. So for the total price, we kind of have to think about that if we actually do need two of them. But until until we actually have this thing one day, I don't know. So one pro, I mean, this will work no matter what. But um, depending what coral, we might need two of those. But I think one would it would work for the time being until we would end up getting a second one if we need it. Next is Protein Skimmer. Um, this one's a really good brand. Really good Protein Skimmer, about 300. I didn't look at the dimensions, so it might be a really big one, or at least it's too big for my tank. How much it filters is pretty much in the range of this tank, but I don't know if it's like way too big. So I have to look at the dimensions, but either way, the skimmer is going to cost 200 to 300 no matter what I get. Um, so the pump to get the water to the actual tank and the sump, 275. This is this is a Vortec brand. So usually the best pumps. There's not really any other option out there that's really comparable. And then power heads, Vortec MP40s, pretty casual equipment that people have. 350 a piece, and I need two of those for one on each side. So that's gonna be a little bit of choke, but they're really customizable. They're wireless, so that's you kind of have to factor in that. And then sand, I just put Caribbean sand. I know I'll get Caribbean sand, one of their type of sands for live sand. I don't know which type, so um, they're averaging about $23 for most of them. So I just put times three. That'll be about 30 pounds. I don't want a really deep sand bed, so I think that'll give me a good inch of substrate, I'm guessing. And then live rock. This is actually the purple. I'm actually going to show you guys this, so we can kind of get on the same page. And now all this is basically on Bulk Reef Supply. Some of them are on other websites, but I'm basically going off of. It's actually on sale right now. Now I really don't like this white rock. Everybody always gets these white rocks. You always see it everywhere. This white rock. It does not look good at all. I mean, I don't even know why people even get it, but this stuff, over time, this stuff looks really good in a really good reef tank, especially when corals start growing on it and it just fills up. People might be looking like purple rock, but you be look. King of DIY did the same rock. He actually switched over to this rock when he had the white rock. It just You don't think this would look good until it's actually in a reef tank over some lights. And this rock is definitely the best looking reef rock out there. 40 pounds. I'm just going off the retail price of 160. And I put times two, so basically 80 pounds, which is like way over. But I don't know. You always want way more than you want, because you never know. You could get really crappy rocks, so you want way more just so you gives it more options for the aquascape. Now, one thing that any saltwater tank will only need is RODI water, or at least a system. I just did a 4-stage. The difference is 4-stage is more for city water, 5-stage is like well water, and 6-stage is basically it'll just completely do any type of water out there. Um, we already have, like, in our houses, like, we already have a purifier, so I'm kind of factoring in that, and we have city water, so that factoring those two, I think a 4-stage would be perfectly fine, but I don't think we need to spend $100 more on a 5-stage, so I think 4-stage will do perfectly fine. Refractometer, everybody knows that does $40, just regular. And then test kits, hand instruments, I don't know about that yet, but it's 150 because there's actually 3 calcium phosphates and alkalinity. So those 3 are all $50, so it's 150. I don't know about that yet, but I just put it on there. Dosing pump, this is an auto doser for calcium, phosphates, alkalinity. This is an auto doser, about 200. I was looking at others. I really didn't know. The ones I see everybody using is the one I put on this paper, and it's about $199. So I'll just go with that. Coral Pro Salt, everybody knows that is, a bucket of that, $30. And then ceramic biomedia plate. These two are both biomedia, and the plate is basically just a big old brick, and it's really good because you can just set it in your sump and it works really well. So I got 2 of those and then 2 of these, so it's about maybe $200 in biomedia, because you never know, you never have enough of that stuff. You really want to grow some bacteria. Then Dr. Tim's, there's a 16-ounce bottle for about $100. Probably need a lot of that bacteria, so I just got the biggest bottle. This ain't really propagation. I mean, it's used for propagation, but I'm basically buying the kit for if I buy corals that are on plugs and I need to cut the plugs off, this kit has the tools for that. So there is tools in this kit for propagation, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of that at first. So I just bought the kit because it was pretty cheap. There is a advanced kit that's like $60, but again, I'm not propagating, so a lot of the tools were kind of useless for me. So I just got the standard one. And then the heater, I forgot to put times 2, but we'll need 2 of those, about 100 watts. It'll do about 80 gallons, so 60, 80 gallons heating up. So I probably could get 2 150s. That'll probably be more realistic, just so we're being safe. But they're about 50 to $60 each. But let's put times 2. And Yeah, this is basically, I think, all the stuff I need for the startup. Obviously, this I always like to plan super ahead, but this just gives me an idea. So when the time comes, I'm not like trying to think of what I want and taking forever. So this basically just sets up everything, and I can just look back at this and know that all this is basically some of the best stuff out there. So um, if you haven't already saw it while I was videoing, the total is going to be about 4,000, almost $5,000, which was what I guessed. I was thinking around 5 to 6,000. Um, the reason it's actually would be about 5 to 6,000, about 5,500 if I get two of these. So my price range was actually pretty accurate for just I was guessing about 5 or 6,000, and I legit got exactly half of that. So 5,500 if we added two Radeons, but definitely some expensive stuff right here. But other than that, we would have a really nice setup though. I mean, you look at this stuff. This is some serious equipment. Also, we'd have to factor in corals, but that could easily be a couple hundred to $1,000 too. So I mean, just depending. But I think corals for setup will be about a couple hundred, and then fish will be about probably about the same 100 to 200, just depending on what I stock it with. But other than that, you guys could tell me what you think. What is there anything that I should have added onto this list? You could definitely tell me that down below. I know there's some stuff that I purposely didn't write on here just because I'm not sure yet. But yeah. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and I guess I'm can't wait to get into the reefer world.